Welcome to Rock the Life, a podcast for fans by fans. I'm Katya.
I'm Amy.
Amy, today we're going to have fun because we're going to speak to two friends that remind us of us, and they love music. Together, they experienced something really fun. They went to NAMM in Anaheim in January of 2025. NAMM means the National Association of Music Merchants. It is a nearly week-long conglomeration of everything from amazing musicians to technology to new merchandise to education to awards. This year they gave awards to Jean-Baptiste and Peter Frampton, among others that they did for awards. And it just sounds like the most incredible jam-packed few days of just like music for all your senses, like gear musicians. Anaheim is like exploding with bands and music, and just something for music lovers to be a part of. There's innovation, nostalgia, and
I want to go. And I remember hearing about NAMM way back in the 80s, 90s, buying Metal Edge magazine. And I even said this in their interview. I remember seeing Jerry Miller interview all of these rock stars. And I just remember thinking, I want to go there. I want to be her. I want to have her job. I'm like, oh,
look at you now.
Goodness. We're having a good time. But I really am loving the conversation that we had with these two ladies. We've had them both on before, but it was so fun to have them both join us. This is the very first ever episode where we've had more than one guest. So that was exciting and fun. And you guys, I really hope you love this conversation. Here are Brenda and Diana. Ladies, welcome back to Rock the Life. We have you both on at the same time. This is exciting. We've never had two guests before at the same time. So, hi.
Hi.
Now, just to refresh everybody, Brenda, you've been on a couple of times. Diana, you've been on a couple of times. But you guys actually aren't old friends. You're newer friends, but you met. It's a rock and roll friendship. Yeah. When did you meet? Refresh us all. How did you guys meet? How about it? Whoever wants to do it.
You want to go? December 2023. Yeah, it's been about a year and a half.
That's so
in Tucson at the Skid Row show. Yeah.
Okay. With Eric, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So what happened is that after the VIP, Brenda came walking up, and I thought she was with some other people, and they thought she was with me, and she just kind of merged, and we ended up hanging out at the front row and ended up going out afterwards. And we've just been going to shows ever since, traveling.
Yep. That's phenomenal. We love that because that's very similar to the way that Katya and I met. Only it was more than 30 years ago, so we won't go into all that. It was feeling old for a second. Okay.
But it was essentially backstage too. So there we go.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
So what are we talking today about, ladies? What did you guys do together
NAMM.
that is so phenomenal? Yep. Say it again. Sorry.
NAMM. The NAMM show back in January of 25 this year.
Okay, so first I want to go back to, if no one has heard of NAMM before, describe what NAMM is.
Yes, please.
It's the National Association of Music Merchants. That's what it stands for. And it used to be really hard to get in. I'd been wanting to go for years and years. Pretty much everybody who knows rock music is familiar with NAMM because every year social media gets flooded with, videos, pictures, and everything. The first time I went was around 2010 with friends, and tried to go every year since then. It's basically this huge music convention in Anaheim, California, just Southern California. And it's got all of the, different music companies, and then all of the musicians go and, represent their different, you know, guitars, strings, amps, all of that. So, and they'll do signings. So it's kind of hard to figure out, okay, where's this person going to be? What time? All of that. It's a juggling game once you get there, but it's fun.
So how many NAMMs have you been to?
I don't know. I don't.
I love that. That's the best answer ever.
Yep. Maybe that's 10. I'm not quite sure. I didn't go every year, but I've gone the last couple of years.
And sure. Brenda, how about you?
This was my first time, actually.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so I remember seeing pictures of NAMM with Jerry Miller in Metal Edge magazine. Like, she would get to go. And I remember thinking as a teenager, looking through Metal Edge going, I want to go. It wasn't quite open to us and everybody like that since, at that time. But I just remember thinking, I want to live her life. So, okay. You have to tell us all about this. When did you get there? How was the first day? Like, what did you do first? Either one.
We got there on, is it the second, third day?
You guys were there for the weekend, right?
Friday, and
it was Friday,
Sunday.
Okay.
And we got there as soon as we got to the hotel, dropped everything off, and walked straight to the convention center to see if we catch Nuno, which we did. Which, it was
that would
very,
be Nuno Betancourt.
Mm-hmm. Nice. How was that?
It was a big line. It was a long line.
Yeah.
How much time we thought we weren't gonna make it because there was a big line in between. Oh no, they push you through really quick. It's like, and then after you walk away from the picture, you're like, oh, I should have said this. I should have said this. And
of course,
luckily, later at one of the hotel lobbies, he's just standing there, like all by himself. So we go up, and I'm like, okay, now I can say it. And I like told him all this stuff I was, thinking, and finally got to say, like, I remember you from way back.
That's awesome. What was his reply?
He was just really cool, just standing there, hanging out and just talking, and just, you would never know he was, at the level that he is, because he's just super friendly, easygoing, and just approachable. So I was surprised about that, because it's the first time I've really seen him face to face. I've seen him tons of times in concert, but this was just, he's just really humble.
And you guys got pictures with him?
Yeah, I think, yeah. We'll send them to you.
Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes, but please. He was really, really cool at the hotel. Like she said, very humble. It's funny because I was like, oh, I used to have a big crush on you. He was like, had.
I was just going to say that.
You're like,
I'm like, okay, I still have a crush on you. He was like, that's way better.
He looks amazing.
Really nice.
He looks amazing. Like, not every rock star, aged all that well. He looks incredible, I think.
He doesn't age.
Right?
No.
Yeah, we got to figure out what cream he's using.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So when you were going to NAMM, did you know that Nuno would be there?
Yes.
Like, is that all announced ahead of time? Or how does that work?
Yeah. There's usually schedules that they put out online. The easiest way nowadays is, if you know someone's going, you check their social media and find out what booth they're going to be at what time and everything. Because otherwise you've got this huge thing that's searchable, but there's just so much going on. It's hard to keep track of everything. And in fact, Phil X from Bon Jovi had this time that he was going to be playing on. We were in line for Doug Aldrich and Marco Mendoza, and I see Phil X walking by, and I'm like, oh, hey, see you at 5 or whatever the time was. He's like, oh, no, it got changed to this time, and it was like almost an hour earlier. I was like, so glad I saw you. I would have missed it. But he was super cool, and did the, high five as he was walking past, and so we found out about that because they're all just walking around.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's so
okay. So I want to ask, I do want to go back and ask more about Phil X, but first, okay, NAMM is at the Anaheim Convention Center. How big is it? So when you're talking about there's so much going on and you don't know, like, is there several stages, several rooms, or give me a feeling of the convention center?
It's massive. Like,
Yeah.
you get lost easily. I mean, and the numbers of the booths aren't in order either. I don't know who
designed
sets
this?
it up, but it's like, okay, can someone count to 10 here? Because you'll have like, 1308, and then all of a sudden it's 1323 right here. And it's like, okay, where's everything in the middle? And they're like all over. So you kind of have to scout out where you need to go first, because you can't just go in order.
Oh,
And
right.
within each of those booths, you've got different rooms, gigantic rooms. And then there's like, 3 levels on top of that.
Yeah.
Like
And then they
3
have
floors?
outside stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just huge, massive. And then after the show, there's like, all these venues all around town that are also having events. And they all seem to pick Saturday night, wasn't it, Brenda? Was it Saturday or Friday night?
Oh.
I'd have to remember, but it seemed like everything, I think it was Friday night, where everything seemed to happen. The Ronnie Montrose, and then there's an all-star jam at the convention center, and then there was something else at one of the
LA
hotels.
Guns.
Yeah, LA
Oh.
Guns was playing at a venue down the street where Montrose was the year
Yeah.
before. So, I mean, everything happened at the same time. You're like, well, I can't be at all these places at
Right.
once.
Oh,
Just like an
they got to stagger
explosion.
that
It's
business.
a good problem to have.
That is a
right?
Yeah.
great problem. And what time, like, how long is the actual part of the convention center? Is it like, does it start at like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.? Or what does that day look like?
It's like 10 to 6 or 7, something
Okay.
like that.
And they're playing
All right.
shows at the convention too. Because if you said you were seeing Phil X play, was he playing at the convention center?
Yeah, he played at one of the booths where, there was a interview with someone going on before that, and you had to wait for that interview. And then all of a sudden, all these people were there because they all knew Felix was about to play. And it was his band that he tours with. So they did a set, but like 5, 6 songs, Brenda?
Yeah. About.
Okay.
And
All right.
did you
So
get to talk to Phil more? Okay.
yeah, too many people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It's a lot
Okay.
of stuff to see, and you feel like a kid, like in a candy store or something. It's
In a
so much to
Rockstar
see,
store.
and yeah, it's a good experience. I mean, if you've never been there at least once, it would be great to go.
Yeah, it's on
And
our
now
list.
you can go on their website and register yourself. You used to have to go through a sponsor, somebody that was, belonged to the NAMM association, and you had to plan way ahead. If you didn't have your tickets, set up with someone that's connected by like October, you're not getting in. So it used to be really hard. And then the year before last, I went onto the website and I'm like, wait a minute, it's asking me if I want to register. And I just started clicking through, and I actually could just go in as a visitor. So I think they've opened it up because it's not
Oh.
as tight as it used to be,
That's excellent. Okay. So Nuno, Phil X, what's next?
Doug Aldrich.
Yeah. Doug and
I was-
Marco from Dead Daisies.
Yeah, I was dying to
She
meet
about
Doug.
died.
So it was just like we were like the first in line. And it's funny because Doug was just walking around, and all of a sudden he's standing behind me, and I'm like, Diana, he's right behind me. Like,
You're all-
I'm like, he's right
That's
behind me. Oh
excellent.
my god.
Thank you. sweetie.
He was so sweet though. Like I was shaking when I got to the booth, and he was like, "Oh, come here." He was holding my hands, and I'm like, "Yeah, oh my god, this man is just gorgeous and
You're like,
sweet."
"Ah."
It was just great to meet him.
That's amazing. The last time I saw Doug Aldridge was he was with White Snake when they came. They were at our fair one year, and Clay got us really great seats. And I kept asking, I was like, who's the blonde? Because I knew Reb Beach was on the other side of the stage, but I was like, who's the blonde over there? Yeah.
Well, did Doug play too?
I think he played All-Star Jam that
Yeah.
we weren't at because we already had committed to the Ronnie Montrose Revisited that's there every year, and that has a bunch of All-Stars too. So everybody was jumping from like one show to another.
Yeah.
But I don't think we got to that one. Did we,
No.
Brenda?
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't
No,
think
we
so.
didn't.
All right.
And then Babylon AD did a meet and greet, so that was cool.
Yeah. Yep, they did. It was nice meeting them, really nice guys.
Did they do that at the convention center or at a concert?
Yeah, they had a booth at the convention center for there was a magazine that they were part of, and the magazine presented them for the meet and greet. So,
All right. I get to go see them in August 8th at the Whiskey. So I'm super excited.
cool.
And Brenda connected me and Cher. So Cher's going to be there. So I get to meet Cher too. So I'm super excited about that.
She wanted me to go, but I can't because 4 days later, or 3 days later, I fly to Albuquerque for Def Leppard. So
I think you can do it all.
Right?
Just kidding.
Right.
I need another job.
Win the lottery.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Diana, I'm gonna ask you, how did 2025 compare to other years?
Every year is different. This year seemed to be kind of hard to figure out who was where. I think the year before I studied a lot more, like prepared. I had like all the schedules and I was running through everything and who's going to be where, and I had this little cheat sheet of everything. And this year just seemed kind of difficult. We were just kind of like all over the place. We did see Bjorn England and Martin Anderson. They always show up together as bass players. They represent one of the, I don't know if it was bass strings or guitars, but they were signing together.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Brenda, did you have the game plan going in?
Really, to be honest, I was looking for Rudy Sarzo. Didn't get to see him there at the convention center because I think he was already gone by the time we got there. I was kind of looking, obviously to meet him, but also I had my friend Lourdes book for him to sign, which he had told her, tell her to look for me, but we didn't find him. We found him later on that night, on Friday night at the Ronnie Montrose. He was actually walking out from another, there was like another room or something, and he was walking this way, and I'm like, Diana, that's Rudy. And got to talk to him for like 2 minutes because he was like in a rush.
Yeah.
But very, very sweet guy.
I wanna chat with Rudy. I absolutely want to chat with Rudy. He's like one of my favorite people. Like, at least I imagine he's one of my favorite people since I've never met him, but he's at one of the top of the list for the people that I want to meet. Okay, there's a really cool story in here, and I don't know if it's on Saturday. I don't know if it's the first day you were there or the second day you were there, but Brenda, you just kind of bumped into somebody that Diana knew, and you didn't realize that's who it was, but oh my word, you're still talking to this day. I need this story.
Yeah, Diana was talking to someone, and I really wasn't paying. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention, or it was, the drinks. I'm not sure. All the vodka, huh, Diana? So she was talking to him, and I'm just like, didn't even really realize who it was. And then when she, we walk away, she goes, that was Jerry Dixon. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no way. I'm like, oh my God, we got to go back. We got to go back. I want to meet him. Like, And so we went back, and she was like, oh, she didn't know who it was. And then I told her my story about how my mom ripped my Warren tickets, and I could never see Warren. And I was so upset. And he was like, what? That's not nice. And this and that. And so, yeah, we, the next day he actually messaged Diana, right, Diana?
Yeah,
what did he tell you?
He said, tell your mom not to rip up any more warrant tickets. So I think he thought we were sisters or something.
Oh my gosh.
Or he mixed up our stories or something.
That's great.
Yeah, so then
but that was how we knew it was really him, because there's a bunch of fakes going around.
Yeah.
And, one of them's got probably 10,000 followers that's a fake.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
gotta be careful. So we knew that was him because it's like, how would a fake know that little
That
story
story.
from the night before?
Yep. So then when I found out they were going to be in Nebraska, I was already planning to go to Nebraska for other reasons. And I let him know. I wanted to see if he was going to be there, but unfortunately he didn't play that show. But he was able to talk to his manager and Kelly, and got me backstage, and I was able to meet Warren, which was really, really cool.
That's so awesome. That's okay. So yeah, that's the connection that we want with Jerry Dixon too. I'll just put it out there. You guys, this is so
And it's
Well, thanks to
weird.
Diana.
Well, he lives in the town I grew up in. I grew up in this small mountain town, and he actually lives there now. So that's what I was talking to him about. 'Cause it's just weird to have, somebody that you used to
Yeah.
listen to in high school, and then all of a sudden they're living where, you used
You
to
grew
play their
up.
music all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a small world.
Oh, yeah.
So did you
That's
get to see
excellent.
Jerry play?
No,
So a lot of these,
not this
a
time.
lot
I mean, I've seen him play
okay.
a lot, but
Well, yeah.
not at
But so a
NAMM.
lot of the musicians are either there like doing signing pictures and some playing. Okay, so tell me, who else did you get to meet that was exciting?
Who else did we meet?
I mean, you're
Well,
just bumping
I
into
met
everybody.
Lorraine.
So it's hard. Yeah.
I met
Oh, she
Lorraine,
was
which I was
Lorraine
already
Lewis?
friends with her on Instagram. We were messaging back and forth. And so when I got there, I was like, "Hey, it's me, Brenda." She was like, "Oh my God, she is just the best. Let me tell you, Lorraine Lewis is such a sweetheart. She is so humble. I mean, we talk every day. Right now, she's in London. She went to
Yes.
see Oasis.
She's in London with Amy and Dawn.
Yep.
We've had
She
Amy
went
on
to
our
see
show
Oasis.
too.
She performed at the Montrose, which was really, really cool.
Okay. What did when she
Well-
performs, does she do like femme fatale? Does she do vixen? Does she do her own? What does she do? I've never seen her.
She was in an all-star thing this time. It was the Ronnie Montrose Remember thing that happens every year. So they bring different people on for each song. It just changes. And
Gotcha.
I don't think she did Vixen or anything. It was
No,
more,
she didn't.
like some kind of mainstream rock and roll cover you're gonna hear.
Okay.
And actually, I believe they're all Montrose type of songs that they do.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That
for
would make
the
sense.
point of the show.
Yeah. I kind of thought about that when
So
you said that.
that's-
I was like, oh, sorry. Go
So
ahead.
that is after the convention ends, and then you went to the Montreux, the All-Star show.
Yeah, that was at the House of Blues, which is I kept saying across the street. When you look on a map, it looks like it's across the street. We were gonna walk, and they're
No,
like,
Diana
"No,
was gonna
I don't
walk."
want to walk that far." And I'm like, "But it's just across the street." But it turns out it's a lot further. And I was thinking House of Blues was in the downtown Disney, and I was wrong about that. It was actually a different part of town. So thank God we just put it in the Uber. And I'm like, wait, where are we going? So we would have really wound up.
Yeah.
How many steps did
So
you
everywhere
have?
she wanted to walk.
Well, she's in Vegas though. She walks. But
Yeah.
how many steps did you end up with? Like overall, do you think?
At least 20,000 in a day, probably more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Because the convention center itself is huge. I mean, you're getting.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
And you walk
This is not
so
something
much.
you wear heels to, for sure.
No.
So what day? So did you go to the convention Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Sunday we went home. We flew back.
Okay. So it's Friday, Saturday. Okay. All right. And then, oh gosh, what kind of booths? Like, was there anything there that you like particularly remembered? Like,
We've got
could
a
Rock
cool picture of this giant guitar chair. It's kind of like Game of Thrones with the swords.
Oh,
but it's all
okay.
guitars. So we both got pictures on that. That's one of those, must do's. We've got a lot of great pictures of, they've got guitars that are just unbelievable painted, different designs, and just anything music related you're going to find there. And a lot of people
Honestly,
watching.
my favorite was the Rick Allen drum set that they had.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was just, it was fantastic. It was just so beautiful to see that, you know, right there.
Mhm.
It was great. I have great pictures. So
Yeah, yeah. That's phenomenal. Oh my gosh. We gotta go. Now, let me ask you this question. Did they have like podcast t-shirt booths by chance?
I'm sure you can rent out a booth
yeah,
and do that and sell your merch there. I mean, they're all selling things, you know, you can pick
Yeah.
up strap strings, you know,
Yeah.
there's your companies, of course, you know. I don't
Yeah.
know how much it'll cost you.
I know.
And you
That's the
probably have
thing.
to become a member of that, but you know.
Oh,
Amy,
yeah.
we're going to be on the sidewalk outside as people go in. That's going to be.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah. You know,
Like the concert parking lot t-shirts.
yes.
We're going to be the
I was
concert
just
parking
gonna
lot
say
t-shirt
that.
girls out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be chased off. Yeah, that will be us. So did you see any
Oh my
cool
gosh.
like gear or things besides musicians? Like, you know, besides listing all the musicians, did you see anything that was like fun in the music world? Like technology or anything that
No.
there was so
No.
much that
Yeah. Yeah.
They had a piano there that
Oh.
I think was it Prince's a piano Prince played on.
Oh,
Might have
wow.
been there.
Wow. So you had that piano and then Rick Allen's drum set and then how many floors did it take up? Like the convention center is really like a I don't think I've been in there. So I'm trying to picture, you
I
know,
think it's
like
what,
is it
3, 4
I was gonna say,
floors.
is it 3 or 4?
I think it's 3.
3? And
Yeah,
they're
we went
huge.
to see the Jackson guitar, but it was private. They didn't let us in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm just trying to think. I can't imagine like just being in this thing and you're walking by and you're like, that, huh. I kind of feel like you'd be like, I feel like it's like, you know, fangirl candy store kind of a thing where
Well,
you're
one
just
of
like,
the cooler parts, I mean, a lot of people, they don't even go into the convention. One of the coolest things afterwards is, and I think we did this on Saturday night, is the 2 hotels that are right outside of the convention center. They've got a Hilton and a Marriott, and
Mhm.
both of those whole lobby areas are just packed nightly, and that's one of the funnest parts. That's what I look forward to the most.
Yeah,
That's where we ran into Nuno and Jerry, and, you know, they've
oh,
got, you know, bars set up all over the place. They've got live bands playing at both of them, and there's just this walkway in between. They are literally across the street on
I
this
know
one.
exactly where they
she
are.
was right about that
Yeah,
one.
those are across the street.
Yeah.
But, you
we were
just
back
walk
and forth,
between the 2, and that is a lot of fun.
and
And
they
you just see
have bands
friends you don't
playing.
see forever. Like, I ran into friends I hadn't seen in, you know, quite a few years, and I see them walking through and just go running
Wow.
over, and you just see people that, you know, it's just a great social gathering, I guess.
Wow. Does that
Yeah,
take
we went
tickets or
How
both
you
late?
just
nights.
show
I
up?
think Friday night they had was it Friday they had the Aerosmith all girl tribute band.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
good.
They were so good. And then
wow.
Saturday was Sherry from the Runaways, right?
Yeah. They've just got revolving. They've got a list of the bands that are playing at each hotel, and you see people like running from one to another, just going back and forth to watch
Well,
the, you know,
and
different bands.
to House of Blues and all around.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Now,
definitely a rock and roll experience.
yeah, I'm feeling like it. Now, for the hotel shows, did you need tickets or you could just literally go back and forth and no cover
No
or
cost.
anything
You
like
just
that?
walk
Just
in,
so
and
you can
it's
just,
packed both places
all
with,
right,
you
all
know,
right.
bands,
So,
musicians, you know, everyone's there.
so you just need drink money. Got it. Okay,
Mhm.
noted.
Yeah.
And
A lot of money for those.
hotel.
You know.
Yeah. All right.
And staying at
Okay.
those hotels, you can imagine that's a lot of money, you know,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly what it is, but it's right next to Disneyland, so there's a ton of hotels,
Mm,
but you just have to plan early, figure out where you wanna go, you know, the further out you go, you're going to have to
Just
Uber.
more
So you
planning.
factor in, you know,
More
do I
planning.
want to pay less, but then you have to pay Uber or stay a little
Exactly.
closer to where you're right there. So we stayed close enough to where we could walk to the convention center.
Yeah.
And if you need a nap, you can go back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We did that. When did we?
So
Saturday. I think
Yeah.
Saturday we took a nap before we went out partying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Oh my
So,
gosh. It's on our list.
2026, yes? You both going this
And
year?
if you plan enough days, you can go to Disneyland too. It's right there.
I know. I was going to say that. I want to
Whew.
do that too.
That's crazy.
That's really when I need my third job to.
Right? Right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need
2026.
another job
Do we know
I
the
know,
dates?
for my
exactly.
console addiction.
Right? No joke. No joke. Like, I'm so sad I don't get to see Def Leppard this year. But it's like, I'm priced out of the market at this point. I'm like, you know. Katya is where it's at, though. This is what we need to do. And Diana, maybe you've experienced this too with your recent trip. You know, in Europe, concert tickets are so much less. Like,
So much more affordable.
when we first started this, I remember Katya telling me that people from the States would come over to Europe to see Taylor Swift because it would cost less to fly to Europe and stay there than just to see decent tickets in the States. Like, you could plan a whole vacation and pay less than just the one show.
Especially if you're
So I was
East,
like,
I'd say especially if you're East Coast people. Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah,
So you are.
that's a big difference.
So are you both going to go this year or next year for 2026?
Most
I
likely.
want to go. Most likely, yeah. I think when you're still taking your son, I want to. We were talking about taking our sons because they would love it.
oh, yeah, okay. Do we know the dates for 2026? It's January, right? It's always
No, it's
January.
usually about the third week of January.
Okay.
But
Okay.
next year's going to be crazy, though. I mean, I've got Monsters of Rock Cruise, M3, the Mountain Music Festival's happening in August. And
She
then
lives
we've
our
got,
life.
you know, wind up in Europe at some point next year. So, yeah, next
It's a
year.
tough life, Diana, but I'm glad you're doing it.
I mean, you know, if you can do it, that you do it. And that's all there is to it, you know? And so I'm so thrilled of all the experiences that you get to have. That's incredible. We're just going to live vicariously. We're going to, you know, keep checking out your YouTube channel and be going,
And we're going to have you on
I'm
to
so
ask you
glad.
more and more questions. So we can be like, tell us more. Tell us more.
Next weekend, I'll be melting because there's a concert outdoors and it's going to be about 110 outside. But that's going to
remember talking to you
be
about this.
Queensryche, Slaughter, and Adler's Appetite. So,
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
That's going to be quite a show. How do they do that? Like, how do they not like have people pass out from the heat? Like, how do they water the crowd?
oh, they do.
I mean, yeah.
People pass out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I
yeah.
passed out once, so.
Oh yeah.
And it's
I
at
remember
7
that.
at night and it's still that hot. So I know a lot of
Brenda,
people who aren't going this year because it was too hot last time with, you know, Skid Row and Quiet Riot and Warrant, and a bunch of those were played there a couple of years ago, and people were like, not doing that again. But I'm a glutton for punishment.
Hey man.
And Brenda, what's your next show?
Albuquerque, Def Leppard.
Okay, that's gonna be super. That's gonna be amazing.
Yep. So far, that's. And then November, I have the whiskey.
What do you do? Who are you
Dokken.
seeing at the?
I'm
That's
gonna go
right.
to
I knew
Dokken.
that. I knew that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Katya, do you have anything coming up for you? Or you just had your summer?
I just have my next is going to be Def Leppard in London in September.
Yep. In September.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that would have been an amazing. I actually looked at if I could make it out there, but we've got Babylon AD in August and then Firehouse September 13th, and we just got our VIP, and the 3 of my girls from high school are going, so it's gonna be a blast. I'm so excited already. I'm like, I'm taking that to have it signed. Can you sign this?
I might go see Judas Priest, but I'm
Oh,
not sure.
okay. All right.
Okay.
That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
Well, I
next
think we all.
month.
I think we have a great year coming up. All.
Yeah. Well, next
all be
month
amazing.
there's Great White, Bruce Dickinson, Scorpions. October got Tesla. Mammoth is coming.
Oh,
I think
wow.
that's next month too. Yeah.
Did you know Firehouse
That
is
is
playing at the Nugget the night before our show? So September 12th.
I'll
I
have to
knew
look
that
at that.
because I was like, oh, Katya, the Nugget.
maybe.
Nugget makes everybody sit down though. I'm not a fan of that.
You can't stand up?
Ooh.
You can, but it's.
Yeah.
I mean, some people still do, but it's really it's not the best venue, to be honest.
How do you do
Aim, you're gonna have to
that?
check that out.
How do
Yeah,
you do
it's.
that?
I mean, I stand
No.
up anyways because I've seen Doc in many times there, and I stand up. But it is they rather you sit down, which is not, hello, this is rock and roll. Stand up.
Yeah, I just got to dance. Oh my gosh, ladies, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us about
you.
NAMM and another thing that we just want to do. And I kind of feel like I would probably I couldn't make it a girls thing. There's no way that my husband would let me as a musician go to NAMM without him. We might drop him off and do our own thing, but you can bet your butt he's going to go look at all that stuff, and probably come home with a new guitar too. Some kind of toy. I know it. So, but we really do need to figure out a time and a show where all of us can. We'll probably have to do it with Diana in Vegas. So Brenda, when you get to Vegas, we'll get to Vegas, and then we'll all go do something and go see somebody great, because I think we would have a blast. Just an absolute amazing time. So Diana, for 2026, any amazing and cool shows, just shoot me a message and we'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And we'll be like, yep, maybe this
Will
is
that
it.
work? Yeah, maybe that'll work.
Sure.
That would be amazing.
Or we could all go
But
to
anyway.
M3. We've got that one too.
Oh. Or Mountain Music
East
Festival.
Coast.
I got to tell you,
Yeah, that was really good.
wherever it is, if it's a festival that I need to fly to and do that. I mean, obviously I can fly to Vegas, but it's super cheap. But if I'm flying across the country, I have to say Firehouse has to be there. It's been forever since I've really seen them.
They probably will be.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for the inside scoop, just to know for sure, so that we can book everything early so it's not so expensive.
Yeah.
But okay, ladies, we love you. And thank you again for coming on the show. All righty. We'll do it again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you two, for that interview. That was a lot of fun, and it just made us itching to want to attend NAMM for 2026. I want to go. And AIM, I actually looked up a few facts about NAMM. And when they were talking about how massive it was and big, you know how many attendees were there this year?
How many?
63,000.
Are you kidding me?
And no, and it said almost 11,000 of those attendees were international. There was 1,850 exhibitors and over 650 speakers. So when they're talking about running from event to try to find things, it was massive. Like, you would need your running shoes on for this event, not to mention the outside of the convention center happenings, which sounded just like blow my mind fun.
So fun. I want to do it. Yeah. And the fact that it's in Anaheim in January. Oh, sorry, what?
Is perfect. No. And actually, as they were talking, I didn't say it in the interview, but I know the hotel they were in because once a few years back, I was in Anaheim and it was the Star Wars convention that was taking place in my Marriott hotel when I was there. And I was geeking out, and I went by the Anaheim Convention Center and I was looking from the outside of everything that they were doing for this big Star Wars convention. So I
How
kind of want to do NAMM
fun
and Star Wars.
would that have been? The only other thing that would make it perfect for me, and I know you'll differ in this because you'll want a Hogwarts, but I want a Smallville convention. So give me Star Wars,
Yes.
Smallville, and then 80s and 90s rock, and I'm set. Let's put it all in one place.
Throw in a little Harry Potter, and I'm with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And here's the thing. If we were in Anaheim, we could go to Disneyland and go to Star Wars World and then go to Universal, and I'd get my Harry Potter fix. So I think we're good. Yeah.
We're all set. We're all set. It makes total sense. Perfect sense. It's phenomenal. Let's do it. Anyway.
Oh, I love it.
Alrighty, my friend. You guys make sure you like and subscribe. Follow along so that you know anytime you get a notification, anytime we release a new weekly podcast episode. If you would like to share Rock the Life with your friends and family, you can check out RockTheLifeMerch.com. Or no. I'm sorry. RTLmerch.com. You can follow, you can follow Rock the Life Girl on Instagram. And if you have something that you would like to share, make sure you either send me a DM or an email to amy.rocktthelife@outlook.com. Everything will be in the description below as to how to do that in case you didn't catch it and I talk too fast, which is sometimes possible when I'm excited. So who knows?
Touche.
You know, Def Leppard has the song Are You Excitable? And I know it has like a different connotation, but I definitely think it fits.
It's us talking about music, right? I mean, that's it. We get so excited for it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, you guys. I hope you have an amazing week. And don't forget, rock the life. Bye,
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.